Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good morning for those who are on this side of the world, and good evening for those who are really, really far away. Today, as we already said, we're gonna go through some websites from the University of Waterloo that we're gonna see a lot as a UW student. So we have here today Nela, sorry, uh, Nela, and she's gonna guide us through Learn, which is one of the main platforms for UW students. That's where you're getting your courses, and you will have your classes if those are online. So we're gonna have a little bit of that, and then we're gonna see some other websites for the university, such as Quest. That's where you see your fees, you choose your courses, and a lot more. And Portal and Leads. That's where you find jobs for part-time opportunities. So let's start with just a little agenda. That's what I just said, basically. So we're gonna start with Nela, and she's gonna talk a bit more about Learn. So welcome, Nela.
Hello, thank you, Ceci. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm so excited to welcome you today to this workshop and to welcome you to our iEFAS program. Um, iEFAS starts on Monday, believe it or not. So look for emails from us. So I will be sending you an email either later today, our time, or early tomorrow morning again our time with the information that you have been added to our learning platform and that you can now access your courses. So we are working hard to get everything ready for you. So we will also welcome you on Monday in our courses. So I will share my screen because I will talk about the platform where the magic of iEFAS will happen this term. Um, so let's just find the screen, this one. Um, Ceci,
Yeah.
can you see? Yeah, okay, perfect. So this is our platform. So this is where you will have a list of your courses in iEFAS. I am currently impersonating a test student in just one course. That's why I can see only one course, but you will be able to see several icons. So 3 courses and 1 student experience shell. So these courses are called shells in Learn. So if you hear us use the word shell, so that's what we're referring to. So once you log in with your what I am and your password to Waterloo Learn, you will be also prompted to do 2FA. So you will have to kind of, oh, you will have to kind of confirm that this is you, right? So you will have to go through that process. And then you will land on this page. So your page will have, as I said, a bit more courses than mine. Um, and then you will, based on your schedule that you have, that you will be sent very soon, you will know which classes you have which day. So you will then enter these courses where you will find your materials. So what you will go through, something like a textbook and a lot of practice activities. And you will also find links to our virtual classes. So this is where we will meet to go through the content. And this is also where we will meet for office hours, and this is also where you will submit your assignments. So everything you need for iEFAS courses will be on Learn in these little shells. But let's start with just this landing page. So as I said, once you type in your what I am and your password and do 2FA process, you will see a page that looks like this. Here, like, check my system. If it says that you have not passed, don't worry, reach out to us and we'll figure out what's not working. You will also see announcements here, announcements that your instructors post, and also announcements from the University of Waterloo community. But what I want to kind of point out to you is this calendar feature. So if I click on this calendar feature, um, my calendar will open for this course because, again, I have access just to this one course today. but you will have access to all of your calendars in all of your courses. You can synchronize your calendar on Learn with your calendar on your phone so that your due dates can then appear in your calendar on your phone and remind you that you have to submit assessments. So how do we do that? So we clicked on calendar and then we go to settings here. Oh, no, we don't. I go to, where is subscribe? Oh, here. This looks very different from what I'm, okay, so I will do this. Oh, I know what's happening. So test students actually cannot subscribe to anything. So I promise you, you will have a third button here and it will say subscribe. And when you click on that button, subscribe, you will be given a link that you can copy into your phone, and then you will be able to sync it. Test students have very limited options, and because they're not real students, some of the features are actually not available. Once I go through the whole Learn, I'll use my view and I'll show you that button again, and you can always reach out and ask, but you will have a third option here that says subscribe, and then you copy the link that comes up. So the system will generate a link, you copy that link into your phone, and these events will be synchronized, so they will come into your phone. Okay, so for some reason, test students cannot do that. Okay, so I'm again on the landing page. I can see my one course. I go into that one course and I land on this course homepage. So this page has a lot of information for us. It has announcements from your instructor. So these announcements will contain a lot of important information. So these announcements are a very quick way and efficient way to communicate with our classes, for us to communicate with our classes what needs to be done in preparation for the next time we see you. You will also see updates here. So these updates will tell you what you have not done. So here I see that I have not done 11 quizzes. So these 11 quizzes are all part of this course, and they're not necessarily due right away, but these updates will tell you what tasks you have pending, so what you have not done yet. You will also have a calendar of what is happening in this course. So this calendar is just for this course. So you will see, so this is my course that I will be teaching this term, and it's 420. So for those of you who will be in level 400, I'll see you on Monday morning in this course. And this is my class for Monday morning. So once it becomes available, this date will become blue and it will be a hyperlink. Hyperlink, when you click on it, it'll take you to a different page. So once these events or events become available, you will be able to click on them and then access them. So this is one way that you can access your classes, for example, or office hours, or the Dropbox, so where you will be submitting your assignments. Learn has many different ways that you can access stuff. Calendar is one way, and then all of these features here, these buttons here, are another way through which you can access the content of this course. Now, are there any questions for this page here while I'm still on it? You can type in the chat, or you can turn on your microphone. Okay, I'm assuming there isn't. Okay, so content, when I click on content, this opens the course. This is actually where all the material is located. So this is where you will find information that we will be working through in class. This is also where you will find links to your assessments, links to the rubrics, links to the activities. And I want to draw your attention to two important, so everything is important, but these two are very important once you get access to these courses, and this will happen in a matter of like a day, like 24 hours. Your task will be to go through the academic integrity module. So if I click on it, I will find these pages. So these are pages. So I will click and open just this one so that you can see what they look like. These underlined blue text is always a hyperlink. So whenever you see something underlined and blue, it means that it'll take you, if you click on it, it'll take you somewhere else. So here in this case, it will take you to an extended version. So this is an outside link, and it'll take you to your Waterloo website where you can read about it. So this is important module, academic integrity, because it will give you an insight into like what academic integrity is and what the expectations are in terms of using source material and so on. Your instructors will talk about it at length, but use the time before the classes start on Monday to kind of explore this module, so academic integrity. And another very important module is the syllabus pages. So this course has several pages with the information about the course. Some courses might have only a few pages or one, but it's very important to locate your instructor contact information. So this page here will have my information with my email. And then I will also, like I have my pronouns that I'm using, and we can talk about that maybe a bit later, or I will definitely talk about that in class. And then something about me. And then this page has this table that tells you who to contact when. So if you're having questions about your assessments, contact your instructor. If you're having questions about technical issues, you can contact actually me. I'm the iEFAS program manager, so I can help you, or you can reach out to Learn Help or any of your peer leaders and student support staff. Another important piece of information, so these arrows here will guide you through these pages. So if I go back, I will land on a page that comes before this one, but I want to go to the first page in this module, and this is course schedule. This is a very important page that lists everything that will happen in your course. So it gives you an idea what topics will be covered and what assignments are due, okay? Again, blue underlined text is a hyperlink. So if I click on this hyperlink, and I will in a moment, it'll take me to week 3 pages. Okay, so important information in the syllabus pages. So take your time to go through that, and then if you have any questions, you will talk about it in class with your instructors. So let's see what happens if I open, if I click on week 3. So this is week 3 overview page. This is the first page in our week 3 content. This page gives you an overview, a map of what is happening that week in your course. So here you will have the required readings, the content, and again, all of these are hyperlinks leading you to another page in this module. And what is very important, this page also has a list of all the activities that are happening in this class this week. Activities, these activities are related to your readings, so you will be asked to do maybe a quiz on a text or a listening. You will be asked to post in the discussions to share your opinion on the topic. And this also has a list of the assignments. Assignments are graded. These activities are not graded, but they're part of your participation mark. Now, this page will also have, so currently it doesn't have, but it'll also have hyperlinks to events, ELI events, virtual events. So once the calendar comes out for this week, you will be able to access those events through these pages as well. Now, remember, these arrows will guide you through the content. So this is one of the pages that I have in this course. What we expect of you is to use these pages on Learn as you would a textbook. So flip through these pages by clicking on these arrows and read through the content on these pages. We only have 3 hours per week in each course of like virtual time. Like we will meet with you for 3 hours. So 1.5 hours one day and 1.5 hours another day. But if had we been in person this term, you would see us for much, much longer time. We would see you, for example, in this course for 4 days for 2.5 hours. So we were not able to schedule all the hours because no one would sleep in that case. So we decided, okay, we'll do 3 live sessions, 3 hours of live sessions. And then the leftover hours, you're supposed to read through the content. Flip through the pages as you would through a textbook and read. So all of these pages have been written talking directly to you and trying to engage you and give you a lot of examples and give you a lot of practice. So see, so we drew visuals, whatever we think that could help you kind of get better and improve your language skills and academic skills, we try to put in there. So again, the expectation is that you will read through these pages. Your instructors might assign, they might say in class, so for next time, please read this page and this page. Some will just say, please read week 3 pages. You will also find a lot of hyperlinks in these pages. Some of them will be linking to the quizzes. Some of them will be linking to the discussion posts. So you can access those activities through the pages. Okay, so let's see if I can find one of those pages that has a lot of activities like that. So this is, for example, where you will submit your assignment and your instructors will explain these things, okay? But you also have to start feeling comfortable. So once you get access to these shells, click around, click, 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 and explore and see what you can find. My biggest message to you is to access all the activities through these pages, because you will see, if I click on connect, you will see that I can find discussions here. But if I click on these discussions here, I will just have a list of discussions and I will have to know exactly which one I'm supposed to do. And then I will have to remember what I'm supposed to write in that discussion post. If you access these activities through the pages, okay, so here, for example, there is a hyperlink for a discussion and it's explained here in the text what you're supposed to do in that discussion. So my advice would be to access these activities through these pages. Now, we will also have links for quizzes, but your quizzes can also be found here and submit and then quizzes. You will also find drop boxes. Drop boxes is where you will submit your essays and your written pieces. We also have video assignments. So something that you would be kind of doing in class if we were in person. So video assignments are also linked through our pages, but they can also be found here. So I will actually click on the video assignment here and just show you briefly what it looks like. So for example, this one, my students will have to do this one in week 1. So if I click on the topic proposal, so I clicked on the hyperlink, so it was blue, so I know that it'll take me somewhere, and it took me to my assignment. So there are instructions here as to what I have to do, and these instructions are again in the page that has the same title as this assignment. How do I submit my video? Add button is the magic button in video assignment. So I click that button and it opens this toolbox. I can record my video here on this platform using my camera. I can also share my screen, or I can upload my video from another place. So if you have recorded your video somewhere else, you can upload that video here. And once I upload that video, it will become, oh, sorry, so let's just do this. So let's say that I uploaded my video. This is not really a video, but let's just pretend it is a video. It'll show up like this. It is not submitted. So you just uploaded the video. You can preview this video and make sure that you are, oh, actually you can't preview this one. You can add to submission and it's still not submitted, okay? So here you can preview. Where is the preview? Here. Yes, you can preview your video. And if you're happy with it, then you click submit and your instructors can then see your submission. Right now, this is still not submitted. So make sure that you go through all those steps. Oftentimes students forget to click submit and then they're late with their submissions. So make sure that you do all those steps. And if you don't know, ask. We have office hours. You can also reach out in an email. You can and you will get support from us. No one expects you to know this right away. Okay, for us, it took almost a year to figure this out. And even now you saw that, I still need to click around. Okay, so this button is extremely useful, extremely important when you have also group video assignments, and you will have group assignments where you have to submit a presentation, a group presentation. You can record your videos separately, and you should record your videos separately. And then once you submit several videos, you will be able to combine them into one. And again, you can preview, and when you're happy, you submit, and it's beautiful. Any questions so far? Okay, so Ceci, can I go a bit over time? Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so because this is now, I think, what everyone's waiting for, virtual classroom. So, well, before I go into virtual classroom, I just want to let you know that you will be able to see your grades. So your grades will be automatically uploaded here. So when you click on grades, they should come up like this. This student has not done anything, so they don't have any grades. So you should be able to see your grades. And if there are any issues, reach out to your instructor right away. Another piece of information, class list, is where you can find a list of your classmates with their emails. And you can also find your instructor there, and you can find me. I'm in all shells as well. Okay, so how do you attend your classes? Once you get your schedules, you will know what happens when, and then you go to that specific shell and you go to connect. So remember, we can access the classroom through the link in the calendar when we go to the course home. So let me just quickly go there and show you. So here, this will become blue, so you can access through that link, or you go through Connect, because you're connecting with your classmates and your instructor, you go to virtual classroom. And then this will show up. You have a list of all the scheduled classes. Make sure that you check the date, so you are clicking on the correct one. And even if you are not, you will not be able to attend a class that is like scheduled for 2 weeks from now. So you will then you will go to action, and it says enter meeting. So you will be able to enter meeting. I have not opened the classroom. I can do that maybe at the end of the workshop. Ceci? Yes. And we can play around in the classroom, virtual classroom. So if you can stay a bit longer after we're done, I will give you the opportunity to click around the virtual classroom and then explore what is doable. One piece of information before I say goodbye for now is that all of your classes, all of our classes will be recorded, and they will show up here, okay? So they will show up below the list of classes, and you will be able to watch them or even download them, okay? So if you missed a class, or if you did not understand something, you can rewatch the whole class or just a portion of the class, and you can then get all the information. Okay, any questions? I know it's a lot of information, and one piece of advice, I already gave you a few, is you will feel overwhelmed. I'm sure you already feel like, this is a lot. How will I know what to do? We are all here to help you. We don't expect you to just wake up and know these things. You're just magically, drink something and it's like, yay, everything makes sense. No, there will be issues. You will have issues. Your instructors might have technical issues as well. Patience. Be patient. If you are in your virtual classroom and your internet connection goes and you get booted off, you can always come back. And if you can't come back because your internet, continues to be bad, send an email to your instructor, say, sorry, this happened. If there are issues that happen all the time, take a screenshot, use your phone, take a screenshot of what is happening on your screen and send me that screenshot, and I'll try to kind of troubleshoot and help you with that. Okay, so be patient and be persistent. Don't give up. Okay, and let us help you.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, thank you. So I'll stay on and then we'll play in the virtual classroom at the end.
Yeah, thank you, Nela. As Nela said, now we're going to switch to know a little bit more about other websites that you guys are going to be using a lot. But at the end, please don't go, because Nela has prepared a virtual classroom on Bongo, which is what she was showing. And this is going to be really beneficial for you to know beforehand, because that's where you will have your classes. So it's better to be prepared now, get familiar with it, than waiting last minute on Monday and be like, I can't get into the classroom, or I can't find a link, or stuff like that. So it's better to be prepared. And as Nella said, we don't expect you that after this session, you will know everything, because a lot of things are changing first, and also it's a lot of information. So this is just a nice way to introduce all these web tools to you guys, because you're going to be using them, but you can explore those on your own, and you're going to learn and get used to it with time, for sure. So now I'm going to share the other part of the presentation, and feel free to either turn your mic or just put any questions in the chat. So I'm going to cover for Connor, because unfortunately he couldn't come, but we're still here. So I've used these apps and these websites. So we're going to talk about Quest, which is where you'll find your personal information, any other academic and finances information that you will need to know. And then portal, that's basically kind of a website for you to stay updated on what's happening on campus mostly. And then leads, it's one of the most important ones because that's where you will find any part-time or volunteering opportunities on campus if you want to work or volunteer while you're studying. So we're gonna start with Quest, which is gonna be one of the main ones for you. This is what you're gonna visit at least twice every term, I will say, at the beginning and at the end. So you need to log in with your What I Am credentials. So this it's basically the first part of your U Waterloo email. So whatever comes before at uwaterloo.ca, that's your What I Am credentials. And I highly recommend you to get familiar with it and maybe memorize it because this is what you will need for all of your U Waterloo platforms to log in. That's going to be your login username. For first-time users, you must register and activate your ID and password. So I'm gonna you have to go to the What I Am website to activate your ID first, and then you're able to use it in all the platforms that we're gonna show you. So as I said before, quizzes where you will find first your fees for fall 2021 and for every term beforehand. Um, this is also where you're gonna find your final grades once the term ends. You can preview your transcripts. So for those who are not familiar, maybe transcripts, it's a record or like a report of your grades so far. So if you are in your second year, you will see all your grades from the first year, um, and a lot of other things that we're gonna show you. So this is what it will look like once you log in. As you can see, we have different sections. We have grades, class schedules. Once you're enrolled in your courses for fall term, you will be able to see your class schedule. Then the enroll card, as you can see, that's when you're gonna add your courses. Beforehand, academics is more kind of like your grades in general. Course selection, like the word said, it's whenever you have to select your courses for next term. Financial aid, something that we're going to explain a little bit more later. Personal information, and then finances and holds. I will recommend you to, once you're in for the first time, go to personal information and make sure that all the information that you have given the university is updated. So it's up to date. Because sometimes when we're applying, we either put phone numbers from back home or even addresses from back home. But once you are here in Waterloo and you get your own phone number or you have your own apartment here, you need to change those in case they need to mail you anything. Yes, so we're gonna see a little bit more there. So that's what I was just telling you guys how you can change your information. It will really depends when it comes to changing your name, so your official name, and any other demographic information such as your birthday or any visa information, so your study permit and stuff like that. You have to contact the registrar's office because you can't do that yourself. So here's the website, uwaterloo.ca/register, and you can find more information on how to change it there. But there is some stuff that you can update yourself. For example, your address, your phone, and your emergency contact. And these are probably gonna be changed once you get here if you're not already here. Because I said before, like you're gonna get your own place here, your own phone number, and also maybe meet someone or have someone here that can be your emergency contact. So um, in the other part, one of the most important ones, it's also the academics section. Here is where you will search for your classes. You will view your class schedule, as I said before. And when it comes to the course selection period, this is where you can add, drop, and swap classes. So the first period, it's gonna be for adding classes, but once you once that period is over, you will see your class schedule, and there will be another period if you want to swap any classes or drop any courses because probably they don't fit, or like they're happening at the same time and there are inconvenience there. And as I said before too, you will find your transcripts here. So all your grades once the term is over. The other important part is the finances. So in the finances part, sorry, you're gonna be able to manage the student fees. So that will mean all of your tuition and other fees that maybe you have to pay to the university. You'll be able to see the full receipt, so a detailed receipt with every charge that they're doing in this part for every term. And as I said before, how much you owe and when you have to pay. So we have an official due date for tuition, and then we have a late fee and a late date. So like if it's August 25th, just saying out of my, just in my mind, but don't believe me. If it's August 25th, you have until August 25th to pay your tuition. But if you pay after that, you will still be able to pay, but you will have a late fee. So and also in the financial aid part, that's where you can apply for a promissory note or any other type of financial aid will be reflected there too. Something that a lot of students have here, it's called OSAP, and it's basically a financial aid by the government. Unfortunately, international students who are here with a study permit are not eligible for that, but there's a lot of other scholarships and bursaries for students in general that you can apply for. And if you get it, you will be able to see it there. So, and My Academics, once you click on this book icon, you will see this part, which is all the options that you have within My Academics. So as we said before, you can see your grades. This will reflect only the final grade for each course. You can't see any detailed grades for like within the courses. That's something that you can see on Learn. As your term is going, you can see all your specific grades on like XY assignments and stuff like that. But here on Quest, you will only be able to see your final grades for each course. So that one, and then the unofficial transcript. So if you need a record of all of your grades throughout your program, you will be able to get that here, but they're called unofficial because you can't really use them for any type of like paperwork. If you do need an official transcript, you have to contact the center, and they will provide you with official transcripts. And then proof of enrollment, that is basically a letter that says that you are enrolled in that term or in your program, and it's by the university, and it states when you started and also when you're supposed to finish, so supposed to graduate. Sometimes they ask you for those either for extending your study permit or any other type of like paperwork like that. So yeah, and then you have your course selection tab too. So that will happen during a specific period, as I said before, and where you're gonna be able to basically shop for your courses. So you're just gonna log in and look for the code name per se. So for example, if it's Psychology 101, which is Introduction to Psychology, you will search for Psych 101. So, and then you'll add it to the card, and then you can enroll in your classes. And then in the Finances tab, this is what you will see. So if you've paid your tuition, it will say fees arranged. If you haven't, you can see the balance over here. So this is an example. For this one, 2 terms are fully paid, but 1 term, they still have to pay for it. So you will see the charge here. And as you can see, this part, the fall 2019 and winter every term, it's in blue. It's because you can click on it and then you will get a full detailed receipt of what you've been charged with. um, it says fees arranged once you pay for everything, or like once you don't own anything, because there's a lot of different ways to do that. As we mentioned, first you can just pay the whole thing, but you can also apply for a promissory note, which is basically kind of a permission, or like yeah, a petition to ask the university if you can pay either late or any type of arrange that you can have with them. But that would really depend on the situation and why you're not able to pay the full tuition at the time that you're supposed to. Yeah, so that one, one important thing to know is that once you, if you pay after the deadline, you have a late fee, but that's not going to reflect until you pay your tuition. So the late fee is going to reflect after. That happened to me once, and I needed to pay that late fee that I didn't know I had, um, to do in order to do another paperwork, because I had to have a balance of zero. But I had that late fee there, and it didn't reflect on my tuition when I pay it late. It's charged after. So some key information for you guys. This is the website for Quest. It's basically just waterloo.ca/quest. And then for the registrar's office, in case you need to contact them to change any type of information, it's the same, just /register. And if you need assistance for Quest or the office, just search the center. So once you come to campus, you will see the building where the center is, but that's basically where you can get all the documents for from the university. Yeah, so now we're gonna get into portal. I don't know if you guys have any questions. I can't see the chat, but if you do, just oh, if you need me to repeat something, just let me know. So for this one, as I said before, it's kind of more of a website for you to stay just up to date on what's happening on main campus. Um, this is a website, but it's also an app that you can download on your phone if you want to. And this is what it will look like. As you can see, it says like live at U Waterloo. So it's just like news that are happening on, of things that are happening on campus. If you are enrolled in any events through the University of Waterloo, you will see them here. And you have other options too. You can see the weather, as you can see there. And one important thing too is that, so your student ID will be, we call it Watt card, and you will be able to add money to your Watt card. So some places on main campus will take that as another way of payment. So any like little convenience stores that we have within like the campus, you can pay with your Watt card. And on this website, you will be able to see how much money you have on it and also add money. So that's an important tool for students too. So as I said, you can find it at the website, but also as an app, and it's all the information you need just when you need it. So just what's happening at the moment, and it helps you to stay informed. Um, and also there are some tools there, such as the calendar and other options that will help you stay organized with upcoming deadlines and milestones, either for your courses or, as I said before, any workshops or events that you're enrolled. So for international students, some important features to know about is the orientation schedule for first year students. And then the course schedule, as I said before, the calendar, the weather update, that's a really nice thing to look at. And then campus news, food, you will also have a tab with all the food available on campus. So like all the food options in restaurants and just like uh, cafe and stuff like that, and then a map as well. So what's next? It's you can download the app or just use the website, up to you, um, and set up the portal the way you want it to see it, and use it just to familiarize yourself with it. If you need any help with that, you can always email student.portal@uwaterloo.ca. But it's pretty straightforward. So, and the last part is leads. So what is Leads? Leads is a website by the University of Waterloo where you will see all the jobs available on campus. So when we say jobs, or when you see this option here that says jobs, that involves part-time jobs, but also volunteering positions. So you gotta read carefully on the description. Usually they say it on the title too, but if it's paid or it's volunteering. So this is the homepage. That's what you will see once you log in. Um, and then you can go to jobs, and that's what you will see all the job postings on campus. As you can see, WUSA, um, accessibility service, volunteer, not taker. So like volunteer means that you're not gonna get paid for it. But there are other stuff that you will do, you will get paid for. So once you find the job that you want or something that you're interested in, you will click on it, and this is what you will see. So this is the detailed information of that job. The first thing to look at is the application deadline, because that's going to be the most important part, right? So you can go through it and see the job description, what you're gonna do, what requirements you have to meet, if there are any, when the job is happening, from when to when. So if it's just 1 term, 2 terms, or just like a couple of months, if it's casual, or how is it gonna work. All the information. Oh, sorry. All the information you're gonna find it here. Um,
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, once you scroll down, you will be able to apply for it. So here you will see the little apply option. And once you click on there, this is what you will see. So it's kind of like just a forum, online forum. Sorry. I kind of want to sneeze, but it's just there. Um, so you have your personal information, of course, but then sometimes, most of the time I will say, you will get some questions that have a long answer. So here you can see that says like, why would you like to be, I guess it's to be part of the mates program. How does being a peer support volunteer fit with your personal goals? So these kind of questions are kind of long, and you have a specific time limit to be on leads. So what I do recommend, and what I used to do whenever I apply there, if I think that I was gonna, if I thought that I was gonna take longer, I would just copy and paste everything on Word or any other like space, and then fill it out from there. And once I have all my answers, so like all my long answers, I will come back to leads and just copy and paste it. Because sometimes if you take a really long time filling in, like just answering one question, it will like kick you out, and then that doesn't like save automatically, so you will lose your answer. And the other good part about putting in another space, such as a Word, is that sometimes you will get kind of similar questions for other job applications too. So you can just work around that answer that you already did, instead of like doing two different ones. So as you can see here, just use contact information, and then those little questions, and then, oh, sorry. And then at the bottom, it's not here, but at the bottom, they will ask you to upload your resume and sometimes your cover letter. So we have a workshop next month that's called Finding a Part-Time Job. And we will get more into details about leads and other platforms, and like resumes and cover letters there. So don't get scared. But basically at the bottom, you will always be asked to upload those two. The resume, and well, the cover letter is optional. It will depend on the employer, but the resume for sure. So that's basically it. I don't know if you guys have any questions. I know, like Nela said, it's a lot of information, but you just feel free to ask anything, really. Perfect. Let me just close this.
Can I just chime in? And I think it covers your part and what I've talked about. So this what I am information is extremely important. So you mentioned that, you know, it's a great idea to remember, like memorize that, do not share your password, right? Of course. But I also want to talk about 2FA. So the step
Oh, yes.
just between, so you enter your what I am, your password, and then you have to confirm that this is you, right? So this is like an extra layer of security, right? So if you are traveling from your country to Canada, so usually this 2FA tool is on your cell phone. So like something that you mentioned, Ceci, is like you will change your phone number, you will change, you know, your SIM card, right? And this 2FA tool is linked to your SIM card. So you type in your phone number. If you're moving to Canada, your phone number that you currently have will not work here. So you won't be able to use your phone to do the 2FA step. So I would strongly recommend, if you know that you're traveling, when you log in, just before you travel, log in into your, like, for example, Learn, and the window will have option. It has several options. Send me a push, put in the code, and then there is a little box that you can check that says, remember me on this device for 30 days. Extremely important to do that if you're traveling. So check off that box, say, remember me on this device for 30 days, and make sure that that is the device that you will bring with you to Canada that will work in Canada. Because we had, a couple of terms ago, we had students miss their final exam because they couldn't log in to Learn and do the exam. We were able to figure it out, and we can always, you know, find a way to make it work, but it will stress you, and you don't need that extra stress. So if you're traveling, remember to do that step, or let us know that you're traveling and say, oh, you know, I remember, you know, Nela talked about something, so what am I supposed to do? You don't have to remember exactly the steps that you need to do. Just remember to ask us what to do. Okay, so very, very important piece of information, because it'll log you out of everything you Waterloo. Okay. Okay, so what are we doing now?
So now Nell is going to show us the virtual classroom, right? Do you
Yes.
share the link now?
Yes, you can send the link. So you will see the link in the chat, and this is to join the virtual classroom. And I will kind of share my screen now and show you. Have I done it? No. Okay, so this is my virtual classroom, but I want to join this virtual classroom. So here I'm a test student. Where am I? I want to find my practice class. Oh, is it closed? Yes, it is. Let's see if you can join here. So this is the virtual classroom. So this is what you will see once you join. So you can click on the link. You should be able to. If you are not, please let us know in the chat, because the classroom has been open for a while. So, oh, okay, I see Han Yi Yu. Welcome. Okay, awesome. So perfect. So this is your virtual classroom. So I'll move this up here. What you see here is like a whiteboard, right? So see, I can write on it. I can write on it. Your instructors will upload their PowerPoint presentation, so you will see slides here. But look at this green icon here. If I click on it, it'll tell me whether or not my internet connection is good. If it's green, it's good. If it's orange, you know, we can make it. If it's red, well, prepare. be prepared to, you know, get booted off and do come back, right? So this is where you can monitor your internet connection. Now let's do this neat trick. So I just deleted stuff. Now I want to see you all. So I gave you the power and you should be able to see the tools here. Yes, so you click on the little, yes, awesome. Love it. There you go. Yes, you can change the colors as well. And yep. Beautiful. Okay, I want different colors. Yes, blue. Yes, awesome. Okay, so you will be doing this in class as well. So we will have, let's say, I don't know, sentences, and your instructors will ask you to underline verbs. So you will do that. Yes, beautiful. Okay, awesome. Then your instructor might ask you a question in class. So in the chat, you should be able to find the chat. In the chat, for example, I might ask, do you find this useful? So you, like, if you do, you will type in why or yes. If you don't, you will type in no. So can we try that? So do you, I see you're having fun with this. So can someone type something in the chat? No one's typing, so I'll type hello.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yes, awesome. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so this is also a way to communicate with your classmates and your instructor during class time. So if you have a question, you can type in Q and your instructor will see that there is a question, and they might pause and say, okay, so Alexa, you have a question, or something like that, right? Your instructors might ask you a question and kind of give you a poll, so give you options. So let's see, where you are right now, is it very warm? Yes or no? Is it very warm? And I mean very warm is like 27 and higher. So yes, it's very warm, or no, it's not. So 27 and up. So we're doing a poll. Okay, yes. Okay, I will stop the poll and then you will see the results. See, so 88% of you said yes, 13% of you said no, right? So we might have activities like that in class where, you know, we will have ABC options and your instructor will ask which one is correct, and you will then either type in the chat or do something like that. So this is the classroom. This is what it'll look like. And I love that you're having fun with it. Right? Look at that. Yes. Beautiful. And then your instructor will say, okay, now I will take away the power. And then my chat floods with like, why? Okay, so now you don't have the power, and now you do again. And what's also fun, you can see the names right next to these little pointers, so you can see who's participating. Your classes might be bigger, on a bigger side, but please know that we do see you. We do care about, you know, your answers and your participation. So do participate, do engage. If you don't understand something, you can always, you know, type in the chat question or repeat. Now I want you to go, so am I still sharing? Yes, I am. So if I go to my name, I have set status here, and I have all these, what do they call it? Emojis or emoticons. So I can raise my hand, I can look confused, I can look happy, right? So you can do that with your name as well. So if you click on your name, you will have options, and you can then select your status. Okay. Another thing, you might be also put in breakout rooms during class time, which means that you will be put in different classrooms in smaller groups, and then your instructor will give you a specific time limit to work on something. Those classrooms will begin and end automatically. So if your instructor says you have 15 minutes in breakout room, after 15 minutes, you come back to this to this room. And you will also have to go through the same process. So you will have to click yes, join by microphone, using microphone, and then allow, and all those steps. It is a bit painful, but it has to be done. So any questions here? Is anyone brave enough to turn on their microphone? I dare you. No questions? You're welcome, Hussein.
Hi, Nela. I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Regarding the calendar, I want to copy the events or the time for my schedule on my phone. I check the Learn website, but I can't find the subscribe button. Can I share my screen?
Sure. In
I
the
don't know.
classroom, or?
Because I can show you the Learn website because I don't see any subscribe button.
Okay, so what might be happening is also because you're not in the courses. Oh, actually, you do have access to one shell, right? To one course.
I do have one course, but let me read it.
Yes, okay. So let's see, am I still a test student here? Yes. So I did say that I will try using my, so I will change this. Let's see, maybe that has changed because yesterday I still was able to find it and I'm like, yay. And today is weird. Let's see.
The course that I have is iEFAS Students Experience Hub. This is
See, so there is a button subscribe here. Maybe it's because you don't have access to the other 3 courses.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, can you keep me posted? So once we put you in the shell, I will send an email saying that you have been added to your course shells. And if you still can't find this, you and I can meet one-on-one, or you can send me a screenshot and I'll figure it out.
Sure, thank you very much.
Oh, no problem, no problem. So I want you to not be afraid to ask questions. The things don't work. They don't work for us. They don't work for you. So click on like hyperlinks, those the blue text. And if it takes you somewhere, we have no idea where you are, let us know. We have worked very hard to check everything, but some things might have, you know, fallen through the cracks, so to speak, right? So we might have missed some things. If you identify that, please let us know. Don't feel shy, because our job and our responsibility and our pleasure is to support you, okay? It's not your job to figure our mistakes out, okay? So always assume that it's something wrong with the system or we didn't do something right, okay? So start from that. Don't think, oh, you know, what am I doing wrong? For Bongo, the best experience is with Microsoft Edge if you are on like PC. If you are on iPhone or iPad, use Safari. Okay, so try different browsers and see what works. Chrome is another good option. Like I use Chrome all the time with this, but some of you might not have access to that. So Microsoft Edge, and you have access to Office 365, correct, Ceci? Like as students of Waterloo, you can download it for free. So you should have access to that. So you shouldn't be paying for anything. And let us know if there's anything we can do to help. We will find a way. We'll know where to go and look for help if we don't know the answers. Okay. How do I unshare it? Oh, stop share. Any other questions? Are we still in virtual classroom? Oh, we are. So you can leave the virtual classroom and I will close it anyways. So I'm glad that you have fun and now you know what to expect on Monday morning. Monday morning our time. Oh, one more thing that confuses pretty much everyone. AM and PM, okay? Noon and midnight. So 12 AM is midnight.
Yes.
12 PM is noon. But I have good news for you. Our due dates will be 11:59
I will get confused.
to avoid confusion. I'm glad Hussein's laughing. We found a way to make it easier because everyone's confused, including your instructors. You know, so 12 a.m. is midnight, right? Yes. Okay, I personally, I'm from Europe, so I use 24-hour clock, so I have no problem. But
Yeah.
we all struggle with AM and PM, so 11:59. Okay, great. But your instructors will repeat, they will repeat, you will, if you don't know, ask, okay? Just ask, reach out. You can find everyone is available. You can find everyone's contact information, your instructors in the syllabus pages, on the website. I'm on WeChat as well. I'm in your group. So you can quickly, you know, ping me. And we are here to support you, but you need to reach out to us. We don't have a way of knowing that, you know, you have any issues. Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think as a student, you're constantly learning in a lot of different ways, not just in the classroom, but like all the different platforms. They're always like putting new tools and new options that you have. So it's there's always something new, and it's okay for you to ask. And another tip that I'm gonna give you is that maybe not for EFAS, because I guess most of the instructors will use 11:59 p.m. But sometimes some professors are really tricky and they said 11:55. So just make sure that you're checking on the time, because sometimes we're like, oh yeah, last minute, but then you find out that it was closed 5 minutes ago. So always make sure, and like if you're somewhere else that it's not Canada or like this time zone, maybe like put it in your calendar as is your time, so you know when you should be done by.
Yes. And you can also check, so that's a good tip. You can also check in your profile on Learn. You can check what your time zone on Learn is. It should be Toronto, Canada, like by default. And if you change it to your time zone, you will confuse yourself, you will confuse Learn. So just keep it as is. So do not change anything. We had students like last summer who tried to kind of like make sense of everything. And then kind of like everything was messed up. So their due dates were all kind of early, actually, not late, but early, which was okay, I guess. So you can check that if things don't make sense. But let's say that you submit something and you submit the wrong document. Reach out to your instructor right away when you figure that out and say, okay, so this happened. Now, can you please give me, you know, permission to submit it again, right? And your instructor will, no problem, allow you to do that, but we need to know. And it needs to happen, you know, in certain times. So you cannot say like, oh, 2 weeks from, you know, submission date, you're like, oh, you know, oh, I submitted a wrong document, right? So check your submissions and reach out if something happens. Especially with video assignments, you might find that, you know, you click submit and you're like, oh, I forgot, you know, the last slide or something like that. Reach out to your instructor right away and say like, I'm so sorry, can I please, you know, resubmit this?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem, right? So we're not here to find what you don't know and to find things to make your life difficult. We are here to help you be successful. Okay, just have that in mind. Okay, so let's work together and be successful.
Yes, and always make sure to submit it in the right format. Sometimes professors are gonna ask for PDF or a specific type of file or document. So always make sure to submit in the right format too, because depending on your courses, sometimes they will take marks off for that too. So, or like sometimes they will be struggling and trying to open the document, and that's gonna also be bad for you because it's your work and it's your grade, right? So always make sure to do that as well.
Yes. So we have, like in many courses, we have descriptions of the assignments as a separate page on Learn, and it does say which are the preferred formats of your assignments. Okay, so that's a good place to look for that.
Yes.
But again, if something happens with us, so this is still kind of you getting used to kind of this system, and not just Learn, but system of Canadian universities as well. So if something goes wrong, again, we are not as strict and kind of set in our ways as some of your professors might be in the fall. So reach out and let's figure this out so that you learn from this experience so you don't have these issues when you move on to your studies in the fall.
Yeah.
Okay, so absolutely.
Well, I think this concludes our workshop for today. If no one has any other questions or comments, I do want to remind you guys, first, thank you for coming. And then we do have a bonfire welcome party tonight. So tonight in Canadian Eastern Time, it's at 10 p.m. here. So just look at your time zone and see when that's gonna be for you. But it's 10 p.m. here. Come, this is a great opportunity for you to meet people not only from your program, so iEFAS, but also from other English programs that we have. And UW community, we usually have students from the University of Waterloo coming to these events too. And this is just a nice way to like socialize and get involved. And tomorrow we do have another workshop that's called Waterloo. So in Waterloo, you will see different parts of main campus that are going to be really important when you come here, such as health service, which is the clinic for the University of Waterloo. If you're feeling sick or something in your own campus, you can always go there. So you'll find out more about what their service is and what you can do there. We mentioned the center for your official transcripts and proof of enrollment before. So you will know where that is on campus too. And so many other places that are gonna be important for you as a student here. So make sure to come to that one tomorrow. Your peer leaders will show you the way around campus, even if it's virtually for now. Hopefully for next term, you guys are gonna be here and you can get familiar yourself going around around campus. But you are 100% invited tomorrow for that one too. So thank you for coming today. Thank you, Nela, for all your work and help. And yeah, this is for you guys. I hope you enjoy and you learn something. I know it's a lot of information. This is gonna be recorded and we're gonna get it in a video. So if you have any questions, you can always contact any of us, send a message or anything like that. And we're gonna be here for you. As we said before, this is a process. It's not like you know everything now. You will get familiar with all these platforms yourself on your own time at your own pace. We're just making sure that you know the basics before you start.
Yes. And look for that email telling you that you have been added to your courses, and then feel free to explore. Do not do a lot of activities. I'll outline in the email what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. But so you said that you're not expected to know that, but just as a joke, those of you who are going into 400 Monday morning, I'll give you a pop quiz. First thing. No, I won't. Okay, well, thank you, Ceci, for this. This was very good, and I hope everyone feels at least a bit more comfortable. And that's the goal, just a bit more comfortable than when we started. Yes. So thank you.
Thank you so much for your help. Thank you, guys. I'll see you in our next event. But for now, bye-bye. Have a good rest of your day or good night, depending where you are in the world. I love saying that at the end of every event. But yeah, thank you. Bye.